What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? It's not it's I think it's the rust. The rust on the boards, since I haven't been on in like a month. Probably like right a little bit more than a month. Yeah, the board is like the board and the mic is like, "Hey, where you been?" So, yeah, you read the politics in baseball, right? We're going to talk about politics and baseball all in one shot. Well, we start with a Padres minor league coach detained by ICE in Texas. Um, Oswaldo Perella is a catching coordinator for the Padres AAA affiliate. Was detained at El Paso Airport. Homeland Security officials confirmed. Padres. He's a Padres coach. He is in ICE custody. His name is again Oswaldo Perella, and Perella entered the U.S. legally in 2014 and repeatedly sought asylum. DHS is now saying Perella violated immigration law and had overstayed his welcome. That's really crazy because he's got a wife. I think she might be also from Venezuela as well, and they have two uh, U.S. born children. It's crazy. See how I wrap that into baseball and politics. The Padres coach, once again, was detained by ICE at the in El Paso at the airport. Coming in, he didn't have his paperwork. He didn't have, so they detained him. Um, yeah, it's sad. It's crazy that nobody, no, doesn't matter what sector you in, all the way up to the top echelon of Major League Sports. They could just snatch you up. So I just want to touch base on that, touch on that. It's we know we're coming back to school and stuff, and you know politics in baseball. It's still with school coming around. I guess next month the kids go back to school. Baseball and politics is still prevalent, and even though my son's going back to school, right? He elected to go. He wants to play. He wants to go out and play fall ball. So we're gonna see how that works. Um, we'll see how that works. And you just never know. You just never know. You just got to put the hard work. He wants to put in the hard work for the fall. Try to stay fresh for the spring. And of course, we put in the hard work the off season. And you never know. Things can happen with all the work you put in. You don't have to be a travel ball player. You don't have to be. You just got to put the work in and play your hardest. An MLB rookie had his daydream, his dream debut. He plays for the rookie for the Cardinals. The other night, he becomes the first ever first rookie to ever homer in his first three at bats. He homered three home runs in his first three at bats. He made history. History made. So all that matters is while you're going to school, put in the hard work, both in school and on the field. And sometime one of these days you might be able to hit two or three home runs and make history. Another thing, right? Another thing. I don't know if y'all heard. Penn State had like a massive drug ring or something like that. They just busted that open. Um, a lot of two frat houses or something like that. Crazy, really crazy. Um, my Braves are still doing well. We're in first place. I think we're like 9 games up. Yep, I'm still a Braves fan. I'm wearing this Trenton Thunder hat. I'm rocking a Trenton Thunder right now. I was out there the other night. They won, and they're local guys, and just trying to get contracts, trying to just play and trying to get signed. And sometimes some of these players that play against each other, they could be players that when the fall they go back to college and they play on the same team, so they can most often play against each other. It's happened. We've seen it. I've seen it. Um, I don't know if you've heard me in the past talk about politics as to me running for county committee, and I mentioned about being appointed my party secretary for my town. Well, in the month that I have, a little over, I guess maybe a little over than a month that I have not been here, I decided to throw in my hat for to run for board of education in my town. And how do you do that? You just got to go knocking doors, talk to as many people as you can, get the word out as to why they want to vote for you. And I'm going to keep it simple. I'm just going to, try to vote on the best policy, vote for the best, and vote and appoint the best, staff if we have to vote. Try to, you know, try to agree on the best budget for the people in Hamilton, all Hamiltonians. You know, I'm gonna do what's right. And I'm gonna, if you vote for me, that vote buys you the confidence that I'm gonna stand by the people. I'm gonna do my best as a board of education member. I still have to, I still have to win. Um, I just think it's crazy. I had about 3 days to get 25 to 30 signatures, and I put it into overdrive, and we secured uh, 68, 69 signatures. That's an insane amount in 2 days, but this is the work that I'm willing to do. Trying to talk to people. I met new neighbors in doing so, and I look forward to meeting new people. You know, within this campaign. It's not going to be an insane campaign. It can be a small little campaign. But I put a nice, group of people together. To try to achieve this. I don't think I wouldn't be the first Latin to be elected. No, I will not be the first to sit on the board. One did it in 2020 and was appointed. I don't know if he was elected. When he was appointed, he sought re-election. If that is the case, then I could be the first Latin in Hamilton Township to be elected to the Board of Education. That could still be historical for me. I look to make history and serve all Hamilton, regardless of party. You know, at the end of the day, being on the board is the interest for the best interest of the kids and the school. I'm the middleman that bridges the gaps from the kids and the school. We have to do everything for the best interests of the township, best interests of the school, best interests of the kids and the parents. Gotta make sure, obviously we're also the staff. So we represent the community. So it will be an honor to be running, and I look forward to it. It's win or lose. I think I'll learn something about this, learn something, about myself, and it's just learn to talk to more people. I already do that enough, but talk to more people and get the word out. That's what I'm hoping that I can do. And listen, if you like what you see, please like, share, and comment. It helps my channel. As you can see, I'm trying to build my channel. And sometimes, things happen. Ruben, producer, he's an actor. He goes to work. Sometimes they call him at different times. Sometimes he's shooting a show on the time that he's supposed to be here. So I can't get mad at him. And sometimes I'm busy. I'm get stuck at work, get stuck with baseball, political meetings and stuff like that, committee meetings, community outings, and I can't make it either. So it sometimes these things happen, but I am trying to this channel is just for public information, a little bit of awareness, you know, interviews. It's so if you like what you see, you like what you're reading, like what you're seeing, please like, comment, share, and please subscribe. Subscribe is the most important. I'm trying to get like 100 subscribers. I don't even have 50. I don't think I have 50 subscribers yet. Please help me get some subscribers. Give me some views on my show. See, I'm not crazy. I don't do anything crazy, any different graphics or anything AI or anything like that. We just cut straight to the chase. The other day, also baseball, covering baseball. Um, we are, we were, they were Netflix did the the what is it, Field of Dreams game, and one, I don't have Netflix, but if they had my team, I'd probably buy a subscription just to watch the Field of Dreams game. You know, I'd do it for like a month and then cancel it. But yeah, I thought that's the jerseys. I like the jerseys, the old retro type jerseys. I didn't obviously they were not better than the White Sox and the Yankees. You know, those retros are but Phillies and the Twins they did some type of retro. I still didn't like it, but it was alright. The Phillies jersey was nice. I'm not a Phillies fan, but it was nice. Um, but I like the whole how the players come out of the cornfield, the corn maze, the cornfield. Still, it gives you that magical feel when you watch some of the highlights, or when they had all the greatest, some of the all star, some of the Hall of Famers there. That was pretty cool. See some all Hall of Famers on one field, you know. But yeah, that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. Recently, I showed my son the movie Sandlot, and now when I say you're killing me, Smalls, he now understands because I had to show him because he's locked into baseball and he loves baseball, and our league was doing or our Star League was doing um, they were doing Sandlot pictures, and I told him dressed in a regular shirt, and he's the only one that came and wasn't dressed in a regular shirt. So he kind of and he wasn't he was like aggravated. He was not he wasn't cooperating. And in one picture, he looks like he was taking a dump. Um, so for the next 50 years, anybody ever sees that picture, I'm like, damn, who is this kid trying to take a dump? So I pointed that out to him. I see this is why it's important to smile in these pictures because these are nice pictures. These are pictures that you want to last forever. And here is my son looking like he needs to he's squeezing a turd out. Um, yeah, as great as he is playing baseball, he can be a pain sometimes with trying to get him to do this, to do that. He's a 7-year-old about to turn 8. But definitely happy on him playing fall ball. Definitely proud of him. Had a crazy year in baseball. Spring, mentioned Brookwood Cafe won the championship, second straight year, and he was part of it. And he was an all star. He played 2 different tournaments. Um, he did well, and now he's going back to playing baseball. So our summer ends, but baseball doesn't. And congrats to Bayonne. I think they're gonna play in the World Series this week. If they're not playing now, um, let's see, Bayonne, New Jersey. They're first, I guess, in first in what is it? First in and I'm not sure if it's 30 years, but first I think it is 30 years. First 30 years to go to the World Series, Little League World Series, and Bayonne. They're not only playing well and beating, but they're decimating. They were decimating their opponents by like 10, you know, 10 or more like runs. Like they have to be such an amazing. I mean, I haven't seen the game or the games, but they have to be such an amazing group of kids playing that well, that level, and they're making plays like they're out there making millions, and these kids they're the true 2026 boys of summer. It's I'm trying to see who's when do does New Jersey play? So they will play. Let's see. I'm looking at the. Hold on. Bear with me. Bear with me. Bear with me. Bear with me. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know when they're gonna play, but they're gonna play tomorrow, 7 o'clock. Crazy, right? Tomorrow, 7 o'clock. They're gonna play, and I'm pretty sure this is going to be on ESPN. 7 o'clock, ESPN, I think, or whoever bought the rights for that. Um, but congrats to them for getting there. It's definitely not easy. I hope that you guys make New Jersey proud. Most of all, you guys make Bayonne proud. New Jersey strong. Go beat them. Get that championship. It's one. You got one more game going out there and bring your A game. I think we beat them. I think Bayonne beats them. I think Bayonne wins the Little League Championship, World Series Championship of the year. That'd be amazing. That'd be crazy. Um, yeah. Again, my name is DJ Noise, also known as Ralphie Rotten, and like I said, like, subscribe, share, comment. There's 4 ways you can help this channel, and I appreciate anything you do. Appreciate you guys. And listen, well, we're gonna next show. We're probably gonna try to bring an interview. Um, I mean, there's only but so many times you can hear me talk unless I'm talking about some very, really, really cool topics, like a restaurant or some songs or music that I'm reviewing. If YouTube lets me keep it up, keep it up. If not, they'll delete it and don't let me. So, I had the one Bad Bunny review of this album, and that was pretty amazing. So look forward to some more interviews. You know, there's gonna be some political people coming out, and you know, more baseball. I'm talking about more baseball, and stuff like that. So stay tuned. This is In My Circle. I'm Ralphie Rotten, and we're out of here. Peace.